Matt, there's a lot of experiences that I've taken from being student body president the last year, and I think the relationship that I've been able to form with you over the last year is one of my most treasured, because being a past student body president and just being so like-minded as me, it's very nice sharing our love for Marshall, so thank you. President White, I know it has not been a great past couple days for you and your family, but I just want to speak on behalf of Isabel, my entire staff, and I of how much we appreciate you being here on this day for us. To the Marshall University staff, I joked with some people the other day about you guys not being at the last one, but that's because you didn't know us so much. But it was very nice getting to meet all of you this year, and look forward to working with you again in the coming year. To my friends and family, thanks. You guys are always here for me, you know, when I'm not so politically correct at home, because I have to be so politically correct everywhere else. I really appreciate that very much. So thank you. When I took this podium just a year ago to deliver my first inauguration speech, I never dreamed that I would be right back here 1 year later. But what I've come to find is that my passion and excitement for the next year is no different than it was last. The rhetoric of my speech is just a little different. A lot of changes in the year, you know. After catching flack for not shaving before my last speech last year, I'm relieved to inform you that I'm here today, clean shaved as ever. I'm no longer a commuter student. I'm a lot more Kelly Green than I did a year ago. Hopefully, I'm getting a little bit better at these speeches. But most importantly, I hope that I've grown and matured as a man and as a professional. It's been a trying year for myself and this university as a whole. I've tried to accomplish goals, only to see them fail. I've seen friends and coworkers move on to other institutions and positions, and I've lost a mentor whose impact on my everyday life will go much farther than the short time we spent together. As some of you may know from one of my prior speeches, Dr. Koff was one of the first people that I'd ever lost. But with that, one of the first people that ever felt the regret of not being able to express to them how much they cared about, or excuse me, how much they meant to me before they passed. But I cannot dwell on this now, because it's not what he would have wanted me to do. So now I must attack every day and every task that I'm presented with the same passion and love for this university and its students as he did. And that's how I'll keep his legacy going. Measures of success for a student body president and his executive staff is one of accomplishment, you know, checking off the list. When we promise we're going to do something, we must do it. But also being able to adapt to the everyday factors of a university and setting our priorities accordingly. Among many of our accomplishments over the last year, there's one that stands out to me the most. Marshall University's borders are much greater than the United States. We're becoming an international university. Lila, the executive staff, and I recognized this very early on in our term and wanted to ensue these new students' voice would be heard just as equal as any other student on our campus. We were able to accomplish that this year by creating 2 new Senate seats in our regular Senate to represent into college, which I am proud to announce just held their first election last week, and we are excited to have those 2 new winners on board with us in the next coming Senate session. As for next year, Isabel and I have set some pretty lofty goals, but with a go-getter like Izzy by my side, I wouldn't expect it any other way. Whether it's our hopes of better connecting Marshall University in the downtown area through our addition of a regular bus route to and from for our students on a 24-hour basis, or our hope to involve current students and alumni to our sporting events, along with the possible addition of a revenue source through the selling of alcohol at our games. As you can see, we've got a lot of work to do, but I know that Isabel and the new staff are more than up to the task. I look forward to building off the momentum already established by the Waugaman administration and improve the student body experience at Marshall University. So now, if you would allow me, I have some special thank yous, because as someone like myself, I take a lot from people but don't get to say thank you a lot, so if you would. To my mother and father, you guys, as Matt said, everything that I'm able to do is because of you, so I really appreciate what you do for me. My little brother Hunter, not so little brother, but still, you've grown into a very nice young man. I really appreciate what you do for me. Bylan, you know, when I think back on some of my student body experiences, every time I seem to think you're always standing right beside my side, and that is something I'll treasure for a very long time, so I really appreciate you that. To the former staff, you guys put a lot of hard work in, and I really do appreciate all that you've done for Marshall University. You know, I think sometimes Lila and I are the ones that are out in the forefront, but if it wasn't for all of your hard work, nothing we would have ever done would have been just. To Izzy, we got a lot of work ahead of us. But you know, I know I have full faith in you and our entire staff that we're going to do just as well. To the new staff, We got a lot of work ahead of us. But I ask that you keep Isabel and I in line, and you always know that what you do every day is very treasured by us. And to my friends and fraternity brothers that have come here, much like I said earlier, I really appreciate all that you do. I'm not so politically correct when I'm with you, but I appreciate you for accepting me for that. And with that, I thank all of you for coming today, so thank you very much.